welcome back to my channel. I wasn't planning on filming my brain. You're just gonna have to excuse me through most of this video. I feel like I'm gonna be out of breath 90% of the time because that's how I'm feeling lately. I'm super dehydrated, so I'm gonna like be getting a lot of water and my brain is kind of all over the place. But basically, I didn't plan on filming one of these videos because I wanted to continue with like the vlogs, and I put up one vlog and I had filmed more. I probably have 2 or 3 that I had ready to go, and I didn't plan on taking like a week break from the last video that I posted because I had vlogs going, and so I figured I would have footage to keep editing and putting up and whatnot. But I sat down to edit those videos and I hated them. Like, there was multiple things that I hated about them. I hated they were so shaky, and I don't know what's going on. I think maybe it's the way I'm holding my camera on my tripod. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna try to play around a little bit with the stabilizing on this guy because I tried stabilizing it on Final Cut and it would just like not work. So I was like, this is frustrating, and I hated it because I was like, I know it drives you guys nuts, and it just like the quality wasn't good. Also, I just feel like the angles that I was using, terrible. I was also so like coming down with like, I've been so congested, like it's pretty insane that I'm just like always nasally, and like I was sniffing, like it was just gross. I was like, nobody wants to hear that, seriously. So I was just like, I don't really want to put those videos up. I was also like this, out of breath every single clip. I felt like I was running a marathon, and I'm like, girl, get it together. Like, nobody wants to hear you heavy breathing on a camera. So I was just like, maybe I just need to change up the style a little bit and do a little bit more sit down and not try to just like pump out vlogs and just film everything, but really think about the quality and the content that I'm putting out. And also take a breath. I don't know, I'm just super pregnant, and I'm also really emotional and critical of my footage. It's kind of like even more, like I already was, because I feel like I take like mean comments really, really, really hard, and even more now that I'm pregnant. Like I got one that I had to like, I cried for like a while. I had to block it, remove it, like I just couldn't handle it. Like it's just like, I know not everyone is gonna agree with me, and I know that I'm not everyone's cup of tea, but I guess at the end of the day, I'm just like, why watch me then? I don't know, it is what it is. But all the sweet comments totally is what I just need to be focusing on. You guys have given me so, like, I just can't. I was talking to my mom. I talked to my mom for like 2 hours today because I planned on vlogging today, but it didn't work out because I was just talking to my mom forever. But I was just like, that's what I need to focus on. Like if I can just, you know, make one person happy, like isn't that enough? Like why do I have to worry about the 5 mean comments I get out of like 500 nice comments? Like it's not worth it. So yeah, I just think I took all that negativity and like looked at it when I was editing my vlog, and I was just like, I don't know, I just wasn't happy with the quality. So I decided to just film like kind of a sit down and talk to you a little bit about what's been going on and how everything's been going so far in my pregnancy, some updates that are happening, sort of thing. So not a Q&A, but kind of just like a sit down and like catch up sort of thing. So I also wanted to do a get ready with me sort of style because I thought that would be cool to kind of like show you my makeup and my skincare that I'm using or whatever, but my skin is freaking out right now. Like I'm having really bad skin. I've always had very like, problematic skin, like always, like growing up all through high school, college, like even into now, like I've always had problematic skin, and I managed it really well by using like retinols and AHAs and BHAs and salicylic acid. Like I had tons. I had my skincare down really, really good, and I can't use 90% of it now that I'm pregnant, obviously. You know, always consult with your doctor on what you should use, but I've completely cut out retinol and all that, and that really helped my skin. And yeah, it's kind of sucked not being able to use it. Obviously, it is what it is. It's just, it is what it is, you know? But I've struggled a little bit more with just like under the skin nodule acne, and it kind of just sucks to see it on my skin, and I just hate it. And you know, there's so many bigger things in life, but my skin has just been kind of crazy, so I don't really want to put myself onto the camera and go through that, even though like I said, it's not a big deal, but whatever. teaches their own, and right now I just don't feel comfortable doing it, but I would love to kind of, I'm still working with my skin, and I would love to kind of be able to share with you guys what I've been doing to kind of help like pregnancy skincare routine sort of things, because it's tough that you can't use a lot of the things that, you know, you used to be able to that probably managed acne before. And yeah, raging hormones, crazy foods that I'm eating, just like all of this stuff is like not good. So anyways, I just wanted to sit down and kind of talk with you guys. So what's going on? I am 20 weeks pregnant. Today is Tuesday. So by Saturday, I'll be 21 weeks pregnant. So a little like 20 and a half weeks pregnant. And yeah, everything is finally like good. Like I'm balanced. I still suffer sometimes with pretty bad migraines, mostly because I'm not drinking enough water and things like that. But yeah, I don't really have sickness anymore. My energy is not like, I don't know, I was watching a ton of videos and I saw so many people being like, oh, my energy is like through the roof. Like I expected like, oh my God, like I drank, you know, 7 shots of espresso, like my energy is gonna be so crazy. It's not that way. It's more of just like kind of how I used to be. I have the energy to do things more than I did during my, you know, first 2 months, I would say, honestly, because yeah, the first 2.5 months were rough for me. It was not just a first trimester sort of thing. It was, or maybe it was, yeah, it was rough. Let's just put it that way, okay? It was really rough for me the first couple months, and I'm finally starting to like level out and be a little bit more normal, and I can tolerate more foods and all that kind of stuff. So that's good. I'm feeling much better with that. My last doctor's visit was around my 18 week, almost 19 week, no, 18 week, yeah, 18 week. Which she said everything went really well and everything looks good. The only thing she wanted to monitor, which she will check on the 5th of December, is like my placenta. I guess it's a little bit lower, and she's not like worried about it. She just wants to see, so they're gonna do another ultrasound. So that's kind of it with that, but they checked everything else and everything looks so good, so I'm really happy about that. I think I might have the ultrasound pictures in here. I have my first ultrasound pictures if you guys want to see those. Look how cute. So cute. Just a little bean. So cute. I think that's, I don't know where my second ultrasound pictures are. They might be downstairs in my purse, to be honest with you. I don't know. I think this, yeah. This is my baby book I bought. I haven't really filled anything out yet. It's the Promptly journal. I'm excited about it. I got the gray before I knew what the gender was, just because I felt like it was very neutral. My mom made one of these when we were kids and I loved it. It was like my favorite thing. So I'm excited to fill this out. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. So I should do that. But yeah, so everything else is looking really good. Speaking of what's coming up in the future, so my birthday is on the 6th. It is my 30th birthday, you guys. Oh my God, I'm so old. I'm just kidding. It's kind of crazy, you know, when you're younger and you're just like, I'm never gonna be like old and 30, and 30s was so old back then, and now I'm like, I feel young, I'm still fine, whatever. I'm excited for 30s. I think 30s are like, I don't know, I'm just super excited for them. Obviously, such a huge chapter of my life. Like I'm gonna be, you know, having a baby, and just like so much cool stuff's probably gonna be happening. So I'm excited about that. But we decided to do like a baby moon birthday. So we're gonna actually go to Japan. So I had mixed feelings about this, because at the beginning, like he wanted to surprise me and just like, you know, go to Japan and just celebrate my birthday there, be able to see my friends, and he's never been like outside of the country like really far. So and I lived there for a while, and he thought it would be so awesome, and I went back and forth. Like I was just like, oh, is right now a good time to travel? Like we have so many upcoming expenses, we have just so much going on. Like, is it the right time? Like I'm pregnant, I don't feel great, like yada yada yada. And you know, I just like was like, no, we should just do it. So we did it. We had a ton of frequent flyer miles, so we were just like, you know what, this is really the time to go. I like traveling in the like cooler months, or where it's not like super hot and it's not rainy and things like that. So yeah, so we are going from the 6th, which is my birthday, until I think the 13th or the 14th or something like that. So about a week. I'm really excited. I haven't been back in 2 years. 2 years. Yeah, 2 years. 2 years, yeah. So crazy. So I'm really excited to go back and see friends and just, I don't know. It's gonna be awesome. I know that I'm not gonna regret it once we go, but I'm kind of nervous about the flight, and I'm nervous about just in general, just that like feeling of being like on a plane for that long and you know whatnot. So I'm taking precautions, and I'm gonna make sure that I'm up and moving around and all that good stuff. So you know, and then yeah, so that's kind of exciting. We're pretty excited about that. Like I said, it's his first time. So the cool thing is, so we met last 4th of July, but one of the reasons that like really like drew me into him at first, I guess you could say, is that he used to be a sushi chef like a while ago at a really cool sushi restaurant. We've gone there a couple times, and he's still really good friends with the top sushi chef there. But yeah, it's so cool. Like that's kind of like what we bonded over. He has a love for just cooking in general. He's so good at it, so passionate about it. It's like insane. And we just bonded over yeah, our love for like Asian cuisine and all that cool stuff. So I'm excited to like actually get to show him, like, I don't know, he's gonna love it, I know it. So that's exciting. My mom is coming into town for the whole month of December, so she's gonna be coming and visiting, so I'm super excited to have her here. And she's gonna watch Winnie when we're gone. I think Winnie's back here. Yeah, Winnie's sleeping. I don't know if you can see her. She's sleeping. So she's gonna watch her while we go. Yeah, and hopefully she'll be able to go to my doctor's appointment with me on the 5th, because Scott actually can't go because we had to do it. It was supposed to be on the 6th, but we're traveling. And we normally do it on a Friday because he works from home on that day. And so we couldn't do it on that, so we did it on the 5th, and it's at 11:30. So it was like another weird time that we just had to do it. And I was like, no worries, he's been to every other appointment. I'm like, I can go to one appointment by myself, but it'd be super cool if my mom can come with me. And they have to do an ultrasound as well because they have to check the placenta and stuff like that. So I think it'll just be awesome to have my mom be able to be a part of that as well. So super exciting in that news. What else? Yeah, my symptoms, like I said, I've been feeling pretty good. Yeah, I've been starting to feel better. I just am so emotional, like psycho emotional. Like it's kind of crazy. I feel like sometimes when I get upset and when I'm like acting like this, I'm thinking like, what the heck is wrong with you, girl? Like get it together. Like poor Scott for having to deal with this. Like I feel so bad. I'm kind of crazy, and he puts up with it, and he's just like the sweetest person right now. Like I just can't even. I'm so grateful and lucky, and just like, yeah, I'm probably driving him insane, but you know, I'm trying not to. I wish I wasn't, and my hormones have just like gone through the roof, and I'm really emotional. So yeah, that's kind of been sucky. That's probably been the suckiest thing. So yeah, we're dealing with that. That's probably my biggest symptom so far. So besides that, I wanted to talk a little bit about some things that I've been utilizing and doing while pregnant. So I wanted to talk about some of my favorite books since I have them back here. And so I kind of wanted to film in the nursery area, which we have a dresser over here now that we got, and everything is starting to clear up a little bit. I'm so excited, you guys. But anyways, yeah, so I wanted to talk a little bit about some of my favorite books that I had during pregnancy, or that I've read so far during pregnancy. And feel free to leave yours down below because I'm super interested and I've loved reading about pregnancy so far. But my favorite book, and the first book, Scott's sister-in-law gave me this book, and I'm like so happy she did, because it was one of those books that made pregnancy just seem like easier to digest. Like it was just, I don't know. It's amazing. So it's Expecting Better. It is so good. It talks about the pregnancy myths and what you should worry about and what you shouldn't worry about. And she just kind of like talks all about those controversial things where you're just like, wait, is that like real? Like you really can't, you know, do this, you can't do that. Like there's really not much research behind pregnancy, because you're not gonna convince a pregnant lady to drink 10 beers a night just to figure out what her baby ends up like. It's just like not true, it's not happening. So it just talks a lot about like those myths and studies in different countries. It's just so freaking good. I highly recommend this book. So that's that. I got a couple of other books from her as well. My sister-in-law, or well, she will eventually be my sister-in-law, but she got me the, it's like baby yoga book, then the, like a baby food book, and then like a birthing one that I'm gonna read. And then there's more, let me pull these out. Just pull these all out. So, the other ones that I've been reading, we were recommended these from a friend as well. The Contented Little Baby book. This one I've really liked so far. I'm not like that far into it. I want to say I'm like, yeah, like a third of the way through, or fourth of the way through. So I have a lot more to read about this, but it talks a lot. I think I stopped at the section where it started about like breastfeeding and stuff, and I kind of want to read this stuff when I'm like going through it. What I've liked so far is reading about what's applying to me now versus going too far into the future, because then I get a little overwhelmed. So that's kind of where I've stopped in most of these books. I finished this whole book because you can. It's like all about pregnancy. It talks a little bit about birth, but that I feel like is fathomable, and like I could digest that now, but I cannot digest like sleeping and all that. Like I can't just yet. I need to like one thing at a time, you know? So liked this book so far. I'd highly, highly recommend it. It's really real. It like talks about like what you need, what you don't need, what like, you know, all these cool things, and like your wardrobe and what you can skip on and which, like all that thing. I really want out of this pregnancy is like not to be like not to have a ton of things. I really want to keep basics and make sure that I'm doing this minimally, because I just don't want a bunch of stuff. Like I want only the stuff that we're gonna actually use and need. I don't want to end up storing a bunch of stuff. I just don't want like 20 billion newborn onesies that he's gonna not be able to wear for very long. Do you know what I mean? I want to really make sure, for the most part, that I'm getting stuff that he's actually gonna use, we're gonna use it, and we're gonna love it. And I know that's not always possible, but I've been doing a ton of research. Along with the Contented Baby, this is the sleep guide for it, which I'm really excited about. We had a friend that talked a lot about how this book helped them sleep train their baby, so super excited about that. My mom got me What to Expect When You're Expecting, so I'm more than halfway through, or I'm just about halfway through this book, but again, I like reading kind of like as I go. So when I'm in that month or in that week, I like reading this book because I think it's helpful. And then this one my doctor recommended, and I loved it. I think I'm, yeah, I have like, no, I think I'm done. I have Labor and Delivery, so I have this much left of this book, which I want to read a little bit closer to that time so I can again fathom that. But loved this book, really, really helpful. So those are some of the books that I've been like really enjoying while being pregnant. And of course I watch a ton of YouTube videos, read a ton of blogs. Like I'm pretty obsessive. So leave your guys' recommendations if you followed anybody that you're obsessed with. Right now I'm watching, oh God, I can't remember her name because pregnancy brain, hold on. Which I wish I knew her back when I lived in California, because she lives in OC right now. Her name's Olivia Zappo. I really, really like her. I feel like her videos have been helping me. She's really raw, realistic, and just like, I don't know, I really, really like her. I started watching her video based off of her, I haven't watched her Labor and Delivery, which I really want to, but off of her, what's it called? Postpartum depression. Yeah, I really loved her from that, because I was just like, this girl's real, this girl's raw. She like actually talks about how it is, and she talks about those things that like mom shaming and things like that, that, you know, is so real, and it's so like something I worry a lot about, and I need to stop, because at the end of the day, like, people are gonna hate on you and people are gonna tell you what they think their opinion is, because that's just, yeah, that's girls in general, which is awful. But it's like, we should be building each other up and giving each other tips and not tearing each other down and not judging each other on how they raise babies, because at the end of the day, that's what makes everyone unique, and there's no wrong way to raise a baby. Well, there's wrong ways, don't get me wrong, but if you're loving your baby, like, you have to be, I'm confident in the fact that I'm going to be the best mom that I can be. Like, I'm gonna try my hardest, and if it's not as good or it's not the same as somebody else does, that's okay. Like, it's okay. And I just hope that you guys will keep that open mind as well, because I want to keep sharing this journey with you and keep going through it, but I also want to make sure that it's not just a negative space, because yeah, that's not what I want out of this. So anyways, before I wrap up this video, because I've been talking for 20 minutes, of course, like always, I wanted to talk a little bit. Sorry, I need water or else I'm like dying. I wanted to talk a little bit about our travel set, or our stroller and our car seat, because I mentioned it in a vlog, but it was super shaky and I was like, no, I can't use that footage. So I wanted to talk a little bit about it and show you which set we ended up with, or what we ended up with, and why we went for this. So yeah, so basically we went with the Nuna brand. So I had done a lot of research between like the Nuna and the Uppa Baby, and there were so many other brands, Maxi, Costa or something like that, I don't know. I went to Bye Bye Baby one time and I got so overwhelmed, which they don't sell Nuna at Bye Bye Baby, by the way. But I got super overwhelmed, and that's when I went down this like rabbit hole of baby strollers and car seats and all that stuff. And I swore, like, when I went to Bye Bye Baby, like I like did a little bit of like looking around, and I was like, I'm not gonna get an infant car seat. Like, I'll be fine with just a convertible car seat. And I'm sure some people will, but no, like I realized there's a need for an infant car seat. So so I did a bunch of research, and then there's the Nuna. They only sell at like Pottery Barn, Nordstrom, Dillard's, places like that. So one weekend we went to Pottery Barn. They didn't have the Tavo set that I really wanted. They had a bunch of other ones, but Tavo is the one. First of all, it's one of the more affordable, pretty much the most affordable one, and it's the one that I really fell in love with because of, I loved it. So yeah, Pottery Barn didn't have it. So then we went over to Dillard's and they as well did not have it. And then we went to Nordstrom and they had it. So we did a little bit of research, checked some things out, and this is what we ended up with. So we ended up with the Nuna Pippa, which I will go ahead and, not the light, the Nuna Pippa light, only because, oh, can't get it off its face. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button. We went with, sorry, I have my mom's, like, she got this little travel set. We went with the Nuna Pippa. Let me go ahead and show you. We went with the regular Nuna Pippa and not the Nuna Pippa Light. The main reason for that is because I wanted the ability to strap this into a car or an Uber or something like that. And the Nuna Pippa allows you to do that. The Nuna Pippa Light does not allow you to do that. And then Nuna Pippa Light XL, whatever the case, there's tons of them. But anyways, I wanted that ability to do so. So I was super excited that this one was able to do it, and it's still around, I want to say like 7 pounds or something like that, where the Nuna Pippa was like 5 or something, or the Nuna Pippa Light. So this one allows you to do that. This one is in caviar. It's got the nice little little leather strappy thing at the top, and this just goes down. This thing comes forward. I don't know, I love it. It's super lightweight, connects right in the base, and like I said, you don't need the base in order to put it in car, which is helpful because we live in a city, so we might take Ubers and things like that. And then what I loved so much about the Tavo, and what a lot of people don't love about the Tavo, is you can't remove the stroller. So the car seat just sits right here on top of the stroller. So a lot of people don't like that because they think it's bulky. But for me, I like the option of being able to, like, so let's say we're driving somewhere, right? And the baby is asleep in the car seat when we get there. Then we just pop the car seat on, pop it onto here, we're good to go. Let's say that the baby is awake and we're like, oh, we don't need the car seat, let's just put it right in the stroller. We're just going to walk around the park, right? So we don't actually need the extra weight or anything like that of the infant seat. So we can just take her right out, or take him right out and pop him into the stroller. That's what I loved about this. The mix and the other different things, you have to remove this part and then have a different base and then pop that guy in. Knowing me, I would forget that base. Second of all, I like the option of having both. So you would need to carry this or put it in your car or do something else with it, which I liked it just being all in one. And then when the infant car seat's done, you've got this guy. He can fully lay back, closes in like one-handed majigger thing. It's crazy. I loved it. So needless to say, I just wanted to show you, we went with the Nuna Tavo. I'm obsessed with Nuna in general. I think they're a really awesome brand. I really like the quality and the engineering and just what they stand for a little bit more than some of the other brands that I looked at, but you know, to each his own, and this isn't the most cost-effective baby system, but I really this will last him until he's 50 pounds or something like that. And the lady was like, one of the ladies was like, well, only until 50 pounds. And I'm like, dude, like that little boy at 50 pounds is gonna be running around being crazy. I'm not pushing his butt around in a car or in a stroller. I don't know, like he's gonna be like 5 or 6, I don't know, whatever. So I was really excited about this. So yeah, that's the one we went with, and we're pretty excited about it. So I will link where you can get it down below. I'll link the set we got. We didn't get a travel set because you can't get the Nuna Pippa with the Tavo as a set. You can get the Nuna Pippa Light with the Tavo. So I went with the Nuna Pippa original, so you can strap it into the car without the base. Yeah, and it's a little bit heavier, but nothing crazy. So yeah, that is the stroller and car seat that we went with, and we're probably gonna go with the Nuna, either the Rabbit or I'm not sure. It's a convertible car seat. We'll probably go with one of those as well, 2 of them, because we'll probably have one for each car. But we'll probably get the convertible one probably within the next, or like within his first couple of months, so that way we don't have to worry about moving the car seat from car to car, and he'll just probably keep the convertible one in his car. So if the baby rides with him, then we can do that. So that is pretty much it. That's all I really wanted to share with you guys today. I know it was a lot of information and it was kind of all over the place, but I kind of just wanted to talk a little bit about baby stuff and sit down and kind of come back on and talk to you guys and let you know that I'm not disappearing again and what's been going on with my vlogs, and hopefully I figure that out and we can get back into normal vlogging. But for now, I just wanted to film some things. You guys had a little update in what's going on, and yeah, probably the next video will be a vlog. I also have a grocery haul that I'm probably gonna put up soon, so maybe that'll be the next video. So yeah, don't forget to leave me in the comments down below what baby books you guys loved, and any other recommendations you guys have. First time mom here, so any bit of help really helps. Any bit of advice really helps. So I love you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed today's long ass video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.